Guys, good evening. Have dinner with me. Hope you guys are doing great on this beautiful Friday evening. A payday, no payday. Payday for some. Payday for some. I'm having a cold. Oh, you joking, my. So, guys, how was your day? How have your day been? I am here taking it one step at a time. Know when my day is. I just decided to drink some Milo. Milo tea. Lord God, bless this food. Bless the and who prepares in your name. Amen. Pray for those who really need some food now. Provide food for them in Jesus' name. Amen. This tea is hot. I don't know what was I thinking. Notice Miracle doesn't like rice, so she eats tiny bit. Tiny bit of rice whenever she eats it. Oh, that one enter. If you ever eat for a long time, all you have to do is drink something warm first, especially you're gonna eat rice. It's gas gonna pop. It's hot. That's the beauty of drinking. Guys, you know, when you're not in the mood to do something, I'm like, nah. It's supposed to be curry. I don't like this type of curry, to be honest. Pepper. Hi. How are you? Pepper. If you eat too much, get what? You get filled up. I'm okay. How are you? Thanks for joining. What are you saying, Vipey? How are you doing on this beautiful Friday? Are you enjoying your Friday? That's great. I'm here. We're having rain since morning. There have been raining. That one enter. We having a rainy day, and when rain fall, I don't like going out. Unless I got a job or something important to do, I stay indoor. I remember one time there was snow, yeah? I got a job on and I woke up to snow. And the snow was heavily falling. Heavily, you know. And what happened? When I went out, my car was filled up. Snow. So I was praying, I wish I didn't have to go to job that day to work, but I have to. And in the snow, you know, after I went to work, and after you went to work, now everything just come into place because you're indoor, yeah? Then after, snow heavily, you know, even when you're driving, you have to be careful. Because it's very slippery when wet, isn't it? And funny enough, I got a ticket. Snow, you know. So I was wondering, those ticket man doesn't rest. They gave me a ticket. I'm trying to eat as less as possible. Too much food, not good for you. Pardon me. That one, enter. Oh, nice, lovely, delicious Milo. Delicious Milo tea. I'm thinking, what did I have this morning? Porridge. Then I have some crepes. You don't want to eat too much. Too much food, not good for you. I don't. This supposed to be curry, and it more look like stew. Is the type of curry, depending on the type. Guys, it's hot. I'm burning. It's like fire. Guess what happened? Because I drink something warm. Because I had some warm tea, so I'm sweating now. So, how are you guys doing? How is the day going so far? One thing is when you eat rice, you have to make sure, maybe sit up and make sure this thing digests. It's like one of the hardest food to digest, rice. Pardon me. I would more enjoy some dumpling. Dumpling and curry, not rice. So I could have made some, but I wasn't in the mood. I was planning, like, for example, so I was planning to start the food, and I was like, you know, when you just can't be bothered, or I was gonna cook, and then then boss come and decide to cook, so I just leave it to it. So I'm saying sometimes when you want to start, you're just not in the mood. Hi, sweetheart, how are you, Annie, darling? Thanks for joining. Sometimes you're just not in the mood, you know. So if you're not in the mood to do certain things, you don't force it. Anytime you're not in the mood to do something, you just leave it as it is. You don't force it. I'm on diet. So you know what should have eaten? But I was feeling hungry. You're feeling hungry, you just had some egg. Egg would have done the trick. When you eat eggs, like boiled egg, you filled up. So I should have just boiled some egg without the rice. No rice. But because I think we run out of black pepper, so because of that, I didn't want to make egg without black pepper. You know. So how is a Friday evening going? Or you still at work? You're coming from work. Going to party later. My party is in bed. In bed. It's raining. It's breezy outside since morning. You know when that happens, especially when it's raining, you don't want to budge. Just want to stay indoor. I like when rain fall if I'm indoors. If I have to go out, no. I like if there's snow, I'm indoors. I don't like rain, snow if I have to go outside. No. The snow even worse than rain, because when snow falling, it's really cold. If it's falling heavily, and then when it melts, when it turn to ice, not melt. If it's fall wet, it's okay. But the moment it's icy, there's an issue. And what I get to notice when that happen, sometimes even your place at work, you're trembling. I remember I was on a job, and they got under floor eating, and the place was cold, you know. And she didn't switch on the heating, and when I went inside, it's like ice. It's like ice. So I asked her to switch the heating on because it was too cold. You can't work in that situation. If you're inside and you feel like you're outside, it's actually if you go outside, isn't it? Because it's even indoor, sometimes even worse than outdoor. And the way I was freezing, you know, when you're free, you can't work properly. I will ask her to switch on the heating. And she switched on the heating. Funny enough, the heating wasn't that warm. The place was still freezing. So you know what I did the following day? The following day, I said, okay, let me. I had this portable heater. I used to live in this property. We got mostly electricity. So because the heating isn't that strong, we used to use like portable heater. So I had this portable heater. I decided to take it with me because I said I'm not gonna. It's not healthy, you know. Those things can give you a very bad cold. So I decided to take the heater with me, and then after taking the heater, we use it. I was so warm, and it was even more welcoming doing that, you know. So it's not really good to work in an environment where you know that you're not comfortable in. Okay, you need to be comfortable. You need to feel comfortable. You need to feel warm. If you're not warm, you can't do your job properly, is it? If you're not warm, this is people stay out. Even this, sometimes, you know, funny enough, where I'm living now, sometimes, like during the winter, it's very cold. And the way it's so cold, it's like if you're outdoor, you want to stay out. Because when I get inside, it's like freeze. It's like inside worse than outside. So sometimes, but these past, it's not even, I used to host international students, yeah? And there's a particular room. That room always cold. I tried everything. They tighten the latch, they do everything, and it's still cold. It's like, you know why? Because here, there's some little hole, that's something coming through. Because it's a masonette, I think the cold come from downstairs. So in this room, and the kitchen is mostly warm, but the bedroom mostly cold. So when I have students, it's like they're getting sick. I say, what? The room is cold. So I have to go there. I buy this ear draft excluder. Sorry. I bought this draft excluder. I decided to put it on the window, around it, for it to feel more warm. It was one of the room was more colder than one. I don't know why. But after buying that draft excluder and I fit it, one was still warmer, but the coldest room was a bit warm. It wasn't that cold. No, because we did like renovation. Guess what happened? The coldest room, I don't understand that bit, because we did renovation and we tried to block all the holes, sort out all the little holes. Now the coldest room is a bit warmer than the warmer room. I don't get it. I don't get that bit. So both of them isn't in the same, not carrying the same heat or whatever. One is colder than the other one. And it's not good. If you are, for example, you can't sleep in heating. Years ago, I used to sleep in heat because where I was living, the heating used to switch on 24/7. 24, when I mean 20, when you're in the house, it's hot like fire. And the heating used to be on 24/7. And that window, it wasn't double glazed. So you know, when a house or a flat haven't got double glazed window, it tends to be more colder. When it's double glazed, because it's double, it tends to keep the cold out. That one wasn't double glazed, but it was warm because the heating is like they turn it up, and it was hot. And you know what happened? It used to dry out. It's like at night it drain out the water from my body. In the daytime, I would feel dry. So I don't know if I was talking or who I was talking to, and someone said just catch some water in a bucket and then put it under the heating. At that time, you know, we used to sleep in heating. Everyone used to sleep in heating. And the good news is you were warm, sometimes even hot. The bad news is it drains out the little water from your body. Anyway, someone advised, said put the water in a bucket and put it under the heater, and it will draw, instead of it sucking it from your body, the water is there, so the water consume the heat. And when I did that, you see, the following morning, the bucket empty. I was like, crap. That's how it was dry the day. When I look at the water, the bucket, I leave it overnight, yeah? When I woke up the morning, it's empty. All the water dried out. So I was like, that's what happened to your body, you know? Because that's how it draw the heat. Draw the little fluid out of your body. So when I look at it, I was like, crap. So it's not really good to sleep in eating. You can switch it on for a bit. Since then, since I moved, I do not, because there was a lot of individual living at that house. But since I moved, I tend not to sleep in eating. I would switch it on for a bit and let it warm the place. And then I switch it off. Then in the morning, you can switch it on. Or sometimes late at night, because sometimes late at night it's very cold. So if it's very cold, you switch it on for a bit just to warm up the place, to give you some warmth. But to sleep in eating isn't good. Even if I switch it on, because sometimes it's very cold, and you switch it on, and then after you switch it off, that's when the heat starts working, It's like the heat stay inside the heater. And then after you switch it on for a while, late at night, hours at night, you start feeling hot. That's when the heat coming out. So because of that, I always, if I switch the heat on for a long period during the evening or stuff like that, I put a bucket of water. So at night it can, because sometimes I go up, I'm sweaty. You're burning calories. And then you're thirsty. They're saying drinking too much water isn't good for you. But, and they said, usually I don't drink too much water at night. So I would just sip to keep you hydrated. I sip water. So if I woke up at night, going to lose the loo, when I get up, I feel thirsty, I just sip a bit. I try not to drink too much. So that's the heat. When you have heat inside and it consume early in the morning or late at night, you're sleeping, it drain all the fluid out of your body. So it's good to use a pail of bucket or a bucket of water. A pail of water, not a bucket of pail. Pail of water or a bucket with some water in it. So instead of it draw it from your body, it's the water basically protect you in that, if I'm making sense. You know? Other than that, we are good. We're enjoying our Friday. Thank God for Jesus for another beautiful day. We couldn't have made it without him. You know? We are blessed, we are grateful, and we are thankful. What more can we ask for? Lord is my light and my salvation. So guys, later again, if I'm in the mood, I come back. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.